artist formerly known as Shakespeare in quite the same way ever again. And our preconceptions about the writer, that small screen, black and white, grainy film that's playing in our collective consciousness right now, is about to explode into widescreen, technicolor, surround sound, like that moment in Wizard of Oz that changed cinema forever. Because in this story, there's a real wizard, Dr. John Dee. He was the leading mathematician and cryptographer of the age, astronomer, navigator, Hebrew expert, Queen Elizabeth's astrologer, and super spy in Europe, code number 007. He documented years of seances in which he was conversing with angels. Now, whether they were what we today think of as angels, or let's say extra-dimensional beings, whatever they were, they certainly were helping Dee with his mission to create a cryptographic masterpiece whose purpose was to hide the true story of the greatest cover-up in literary history and pass it on securely across time so that it could be revealed once the world was ready to fully receive it. And that time is now.
The awakening.
So we revealing it. So now, when we talk about first blood, now look, the first person to die in the American Revolution was Crispus Attucks, right? A mixed race man, and I want you to tell you he was a high chief, who was killed in the Boston Massacre on March the 5th, 1777. That's what set off the Civil War. He was shot by British soldiers during a confrontation that escalated into the event known as the Boston Massacre. Attucks was a sailor and is now considered the first martyr of the American Revolution. Right? So now you see why we went over martyr. Right? Because what was he fighting for? He was fighting to liberate the tribes from the parasites called the British. That's what he was fighting against.
Parasites.
The British is in control of your police force. The British is the same as saying the English. We just, when you say England, you're saying a small part of the British consists of 5 islands or 5 pieces of the land. Right? But when you say English, England